Hello, welcome to this mid-morning taste challenge. We have two 80 proof Canadian blended whiskeys, and we're going to see which is better, or if I can tell them apart. I have one win and one loss. Oh, sorry. I'm thinking of Irish. Forget that. We had to go back to Canada. I left something in Canada, maybe more than one, but this is McAdams. I was looking through my stuff and I said, when I did Canadian Peak versus all the other Canadian whiskeys, I kept thinking, it seemed like I'm forgetting something. And it's McAdams, introduced in 1987, it's produced in Canada, of course, but it's bottled in Minnesota by Prestige Beverage Group. They also make a McAdams light version, only 27% alcohol, light whiskey. And I think I've seen a cherry liqueur McAdams, but I bought this liter bottle. Hello, Max Walt in the Russian Federation. He says, hello, Ron. I bought this at Total Wine and More in Metairie. They're out of stock right now over there, according to the website. But it says Canadian Premium, and I bought this for $7.99 for a liter. A liter, not a $7.50, a liter for $7.99. Now it's going up 50 cents. It's $8.49 now. It's got a shield with the maple leaf, two lions holding up a shield, wearing a crown. The shield is topped with a crown for King Charles III, King of Canada. Then they're showing a maple leaf, two lions wearing the crowns. It says imported, of course. If you buy this in Canada, it's not going to say imported. Probably not sold in Canada. Premium quality blended Canadian whiskey, aged 36 months, the minimum 3 years, mellowed and aged oak. And the website says ex-bourbon barrels. Distilled and blended under the supervision of the Canadian government. It's a worthless statement to put because all liquor in Canada is produced under the supervision of the Canadian government, just like in the United States. So it's like a frivolous statement to put. But they put it, makes it look more, like this one's made under supervision of the Canadian government, unlike all the other ones, which are produced under the supervision of the Canadian government. All right. Premium Canadian blended whiskey. Premium. Does anybody put out a substandard Canadian whiskey? They all say premium. Every drop of this fine whiskey is made in the old world tradition of quality first. We age our premium whiskeys in the finest oak barrels. This is truly one of Canada's smoothest whiskeys. Now, how you like that statement? This is truly one of Canada's smoothest whiskeys. That's what they put on the bottle. Canadian Peak, introduced 1961. Now it's in this new stubby neck bottle. They used to have a long neck bottle. Stubby neck, real cork. No age statement. No website listing. Canadian Peak embodies the adventurous spirit of the Canadian Rockies with its bold, rich creaminess and spicy finish. This exemplary Canadian is expertly aged in select oak barrels, resulting in a perfectly balanced, mellow whiskey that's as worthy of exploration as Canada's great outdoors. Bottled by County Line Distillers of Louisville, Illinois, but it's actually bottled at Frankfort, Illinois. The office is in Louisville. I know because I talked to the distillery. They said the bottling is done in Frankfort at Buffalo Trace. A blend of premium Canadian whiskeys mellowed in white oak casks to achieve an exceptional flavor and smoothness. This is the peak of Canadian whiskey. And it was $15.99 for the bottle. What is my record? I believe it's 10 wins, 2 losses. No, yeah, 12, 10 and 2, 10 and 2. Because it's not 14 whiskeys. 10 and 2. We're going to try to make it 11 and 2 right now. And then I'm going to do an extra search to make sure that that's all I've got. Because I'm going to feel funny if I go 2 days and I see another Canadian whiskey I forgot to review. So wooden cork, wooden cap, real wood. Real cork, real glass. Really not expensive. Okay. And really inexpensive. $7.99 when I bought it. $7.99 for a liter. Incredible. Canadian Peak is light, but it's darker than the McAdams, which is really light. So McAdams is so light. Now, when you see it in the bottle, yeah, it's still light. All right. But they're still gold. I mean, they're not amber, they're gold. So some Canadian whiskeys will be mahogany color, which makes you think they're adding coloring, you know, probably, but I don't know. All right. I bought Canadian Peak, $15.99 for a 750 at Hocus Pocus Spirits in Prairieville, Louisiana. And like I said, I bought the McAdams for $7.99 liter bottle at Total Wine & More. So the price difference is huge. Pretty big price difference. Because I'll calculate that down to a 750. What's it going to be? $6.99? Let's see. Got to cover these up with my other hand. And I got to write a review on Google and Total Wine & More. $5.99. So if you calculate by regular size bottle, we're talking about $5.99 versus $15.99. So a $10 difference. I seriously doubt that. Lots of oak and lots of vanilla here. Oak and vanilla. Oak and vanilla. Oak and vanilla. There's wood, there's oak, but this one's like vanilla cream. Vanilla and cream, like a, you know, like a vanilla cream icing or something for cake icing, cake, what do they call it? Frosting. Some companies call it icing, some call it frosting, but same thing. On appearance, tie. McAdams wins because they look the same, but the price is $10. On aroma, it's a tie, which means McAdams wins because they both smell nice and one is $10 cheaper. Let's go with the taste. Now you say, well, McAdams has a plastic twist cap. That's true. It's not like, you know, super wonderfully visual. You know, the visuals are not great, but they're not terrible. And it's a taste challenge, not a how does the bottle look challenge. In the appearance, okay, Canadian Peak easily wins with the better looking fancy glass bottle, the real cork, and the wood cap. But anyway, that's just the packaging. Taste, Joe's. Wood, vanilla. The vanilla is coming from that oak, you know. Mild corn whiskey, mild rye whiskey. Are they using barley whiskey, you know, like single malt barley whiskey? Probably, but it might only be like 5% or 4%. It's probably a minimal amount. It's probably, you know, it's probably 80% corn, 15% rye, 5% barley. I'm guessing. I wouldn't really know. I doubt there's any wheat whiskey. This is creamier. Like I said, it's like that vanilla cream cake frosting. It's a wonderful product. Now, the McAdams has said arguably Canada's smoothest whiskey. Who's making that argument? You say, the company that sells it. Right. Right. That's why they say arguably. They're making the argument. Now, you might be saying, what if the company sent you a bunch of bottles and bought you off? Would you be saying that? Oh, no. Hello? Can I call you back in a few minutes? Can I call you back? Can I call you back? Yeah, it won't be long. All right, bye. Should have had it on silent. Check my time. Got time. Okay, I'm not going to be long anyway. Yeah, if they sent me a bunch of bottles, I would do a video every week, and I would say, oh, it's really smooth. But they're not going to do that. And I'm saying it already. It's smooth. It's smooth. Now, is it the smoothest Canadian whiskey? How would I know that? I have to taste every Canadian whiskey that's being produced and see which one's smoothest. And I'm not really a great gauger of that anyhow, I don't think. I mean, maybe I am. Now, oh yeah. They're both very well made. I mean, do you have to pay a fortune to get really good Canadian whiskey? No. You can actually get it really good, and it can be really cheap. That's the secret weapon of Canadian whiskey. You can get it cheap, 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 and good, good, good. But we're told we're supposed to hate it. Who's telling us that? Who's telling us that? Probably bourbon people. All right. They probably got paid to say. All right. Anyway, would $10 difference? No, 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 no. So which one would I buy if I found both? Obviously, I would get the doggone McAdams. Why wouldn't I? It's way cheaper and it tastes like just as good. No knock against Canadian Peak because I've been enjoying Canadian Peak, I gotta say. But I think this is McAdams because I think it's smoother. Maybe they really are onto something. Maybe it really is arguably Canada's smoothest whiskey. Maybe it really is Canada's smoothest whiskey. So here we go. Got it. That really did give it away. So did their write up, so to speak, their description influence me? Well, yes and no. It influenced me in the sense that I was thinking about smoothness, but I couldn't know because it was a blind taste test. So I had to guess which one was smoother, and this one seemed smoother. It seemed to have less bite. I can't say it had more flavor, but so everything a company says about its product is not all just a bunch of lies from corporations. The evil corporations, I'm so angry. No, it could just be an accurate description of what they're selling. They're both really good. I mean, still, I got it right, so that gives me 11 wins and 2 losses, and I'm very happy about that. Out of 13 taste challenges, got 11 right and 2 wrong. I can't argue with that. I can't really fuss about it. I wish that I got them all right, but it's very difficult. So the winner, I have to say, and I didn't expect this, but I should know, McAdams is a good product. So the winner is McAdams Canadian blended whiskey. I've seen it at a number of stores, but mainly at Total Wine and More. But it's not just there. It's not a private label. If you see it, buy it and try it, and I'll bet you're gonna love it. I think I saw this at Star, the legendary Star liquor store. All right, so McAdams for the win. And then back to Irish whiskey, unless I find another Canadian that I forgot to deal with, but I'm about to go check that out right now. Craig Swinson says, good job. Thank you. Thank you. I love to get it right. I love to get it right, and I hate to get it wrong. You say, well, that's kind of common sense. Exactly. And that's what we deal with on this channel. Common sense. Thanks, everybody.